Hey, what is up guys, this is Melo here coming at you with an Infernoid deck profile. I've been wanting to do this deck profile. I've been wanting to build this deck for a while too. I've been having like all the cards for it. I just never had, like the Harmony decks and stuff like that. Like things are really crucial for the deck. But so it happens that Hector, my other teammate, he did build the deck, but then he wanted to get rid of it. So I just happened to pick it up from him. He topped with this deck, this new local that we started going on Mondays, and then I played it yesterday because at the moment that I'm recording this video is Tuesday. So yesterday I won and I topped two. We both got second place. But anyway, so I think the deck has really good potential. I really like the deck. Right now I'm playing a lot of different decks because I'm trying to find out for the coming up YCS Dallas what I'm gonna play. I still haven't decided, but this is a really good contender. But without any further ado, guys, I'm gonna show you the deck profile. One thing before we get started, make sure you guys, if you face this deck, you guys are reading the cards really good, because I was playtesting one of my friends, Rush, and we found out, well, I already knew it, but it's really easy to miss out when you know in the middle of a duel. Some of the small monsters have effects, for example, like Petrulia and Antra, that if you use their effects, they cannot attack. I mean, Antra can, Petrulia and Harmadic. Antra can, but she's a zero attack. So, but anyways, and then so the banishing effect, some of them says on your opponent's turn only, and then but that's the small monster, and then the big monster says during either player's turn. So make sure you guys are reading, because those can really decide a duel. But anyways, now let's get started. So I played through Decatron. I saw people cut this down to 2. I really don't see why. Is you only normal? Like this guy is the only one that doesn't have the restriction on him with the levels, and he can be normal or special. And when he sends one and he copies it, he adds his level. So he's really good. He fixed a lot of the problems that the deck had that lose floodgates, because you can just normal summon this and send, I don't know, Harmadic if it's a monster, Petrulia, or anything else, and then you get over that. Then through Premise, it's basically the Night Beam of the deck. It shuffles it back. He's really good when baiting out, back row, because you don't really run back row here, so you don't want to deal with it either. Really good. So 2 of that. You only run 2 because you run Decatron, which is basically another copy of this, like, and then we go 3 Antra. 3 Antra bounces any face-up card, so it can be, a spell, trap card, or a monster. So it's really good. And they have all the effect. I mean, the restriction that if you have more than 8 levels in the field, you cannot special summon them, unless because it only comes the effect monsters. So unless you have a monster with no effect, then its levels or rank doesn't count. So 3 of this guy. Then 3 Harmadic, really good when destroying monsters. Up to this day, I still think that the card is a little bit overpriced, but it gets the job done. It's really good. So 3 level 3s, Harmadic. Oh, something I forgot to mention about Decatron. Decatron is also a tuner, if you guys didn't notice that the first time. So really good. Then 3 level 4s, the Petrulia, gets rid of back row. Can't attack if you use the effect, but really good when baiting out back row. Like I said, you want to get rid of those back rows, because you don't want to deal with them. Monsters are really easy, honestly, because you have big beaters, but the back row is what kills it. Then through Semas, really good. This actually won me a game against a. It's gonna sound weird, but well, it didn't win me the game, but it just helped me to put him in a bad position against a spellbook player. And then it did win me a game against a Cosmo player, because I kept to the spellbook player. I attack his blue boy, and then I banish his tower just next turn. He wasn't able to get double draws. And then against the Cosmo player, I just kept banishing his stuff. I kept banishing his Cosmo town. So they don't care that you banish their stuff as long as Cosmo town is out. But if you banish Cosmo town, first they don't get the effect because you're not destroying it. You're banishing it. So it's those Yu-Gi-Oh type of things. So he's really good. Through a Tondo, because a lot of people refer to him as like the BLS because he can attack twice. Really good when going for game. One Deviati and one Onuku. These guys are completely the opposite thing. This guy, when he special summon, he destroys all monsters on all other monsters on the field. So he is the only one that can get over towers. And then Deviati, it destroys those spells and traps. So it's a heavy storm. Really good. He negates spells effects. You tribute a monster and then you negate the effect and banish the spell, and she or him, whatever it is, does the same but with monsters. So they're like completely the opposite. And then that's it for the Infernoid monsters. Now we go with the small Lightsworn engine, 2 Raiden and 2 Lumina. I'll probably change this. I'll keep the 2 Raidens, keep 1 Lumina, but change this to what's it called, Lila, because I did lose a game. I didn't lose the match. I won the match, but I did lose a game because of vanities. I couldn't draw into Decatron, so I did draw into a Charge of the Light Brigade. So if I would have had Lumina, I could have probably won that game too. So yeah. I'll probably change that 1 Lumina to Lila. Then with the spells, I run 2 Void Expansion. This card is going out. If you following this build, do not add this. Make sure this is like a Void Imagination or something like that. That's what I'm gonna make this, Void Imagination. This is really good if you manage to get it off. I never managed to get it off. It always got MST'd or some type of thing happened to it. So yeah. These are going out, but I'm not gonna go into details, but if you read the card once you resolve it is really busted, but I never get to resolve it. So it's gonna be like a Void Imagination and stuff like that. 2 Void Tears, self-explanatory, the Lance of the deck. Once you add a Void Imagination, you can search these guys out. So really good. And then 2 Charge of the Light Brigade. Really good. Self-explanatory. And then 3 Reasoning and a Monster Gate. This 4 cards and the 2 Charge of the Light Brigade is what you're gonna be getting most of your mills out of. So it's really good. I like Monster Gate a little bit more because it guarantees you a monster. Bird from Different Dimension, just to bring back those vanished monsters. And then 2 Dark Holes and a Rageki, because you wanna, OTK as fast as possible. You don't want to deal with monsters. But you can easily side out, 1 Dark Hole or something for game 2. My side was looking like this. 2 Royal Decrees, because you don't run back row, so like Satellers and all of that, they're gonna be having back row. Royal Decree for that. Jinso, because if you side it in and you can special summon it of I think it's Reasoning. Really good. Then 2 Lancia for because you don't, unless you use the banish effect, you have to time this right. Unless you want to use the banishing effect, you can just use this against Cosmos or something else that banishes, I don't know, Necros, and then you stop it. 2 Fairy Winds for Floodgates, Cliffforge, all of that, because you already have a hard Clifford matchup because you can, you know, the banishing and all of that doesn't. They have big beaters too. That's the thing. Then 2 poisonous winds just in case for what are they called? Retro Beast. Like that deck is so annoying. Like I hate that deck. 3 MSTs because against the Cosmo player, I knew that he was gonna side in Royal Decrease because he sided in against Hector. Because I saw them play. So I sided in the 2 Royal Decrease. No, not 2 Royal Decrease. 2 Light Prison Mirrors and 3 MSTs. I was not gonna side in the Royal Decree because it was gonna, like, if I did draw it, it was gonna contradict with my Lion Prisoner Mirror. So I went for the, you know, getting rid of his back row type of thing. So I went to Lion Prisoner Mirrors, and I knew he was gonna side in the Royal Decrees because he had seen me siding the Lion Prisoner Mirrors the game before. So he was gonna side those in to try and negate my Lion Prisoner Mirror. So this was gonna take care of his Royal Decree. That was the last match, which I did lose to my top deck though. And then 2 Lion Prisoner Mirrors because it stops Cosmos. Like they lose hard to this deck. This is an Imperial Iron Wall, but I can't run Imperial Iron Wall because then I'll lock myself out. And 1 Thunder King Ryo because you don't really add cards to your hand. And then my extra deck was looking like this. This guy is really good. He LTK is really easy. Star Eater, good for Burn Abyss. Red Dragon Army never really went into it, but you know, it's options. Scrap Dragon, I did went into it once to get rid of a set monster because I didn't know what it was and I didn't want, you know, any type of flip effect. I just wanted a game easy. 1 Black Rose because to reset game and then you can just special your big guys. 1 Gemini Pearl, I did went into this. I made a fail. I had a Raiding and a Petrulia. Use Petrulia's effect to bait out the back row. Make this. Then I summon a Tondo and then I summon Deviati and I game him. That was a really good. Then 1 Diamond Dire, Excite Tonight, 101, and Castell. Didn't go into any of this, but you know, it's there for options. It's pretty standard ones. So yeah, that's my deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, leave any suggestions at the bottom. All of that would be appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.